Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle something that can bring some serious clarity and flow to the, let's face it, often chaotic world of AI development. We are going to demystify Kanban and see how it can help turn your AI projects from unpredictable research into a super smooth, manageable workflow.
Now, just so you know, everything we're about to cover comes directly from Chapter 5 of a course called Comparing Project Management Methodologies for AI Implementations by Virtualization Options LLC. We're really zeroing in on their breakdown of the Kanban system.
So, does this whole scene feel a little too familiar? You've got a brilliant team of data scientists. They're all working their tails off, but progress just feels stuck. It's almost impossible to see what's actually getting done, and it feels like everything is priority number one. Your AI projects are basically stuck in a giant, invisible traffic jam.
Well, the solution, and this might surprise you, doesn't come from some hot new software trend. Nope. It comes from the factory floor of one of the most efficient car manufacturers in the world. We're going to take a page right out of Toyota's playbook and apply it to the AI lab.
And that solution is Kanban. It got its start in Toyota's manufacturing process, and really, its genius is just how simple it is. It's all built on three core ideas. First, make all the work visible so everyone can see it. Second, and this is key, stop starting new things and start finishing things by limiting how much work is in progress. And third, just get obsessed with optimizing the flow of that work.
So how in the world do we take this factory floor idea and apply it to something as complex and, thinky as AI? Well, we build ourselves a digital factory floor, the Kanban board. It's the visual tool that makes all these principles real and practical for your team.
And designing a good board isn't just about drawing a few columns. According to our source, there's some pretty deliberate steps you got to take. You have to clearly define your actual workflow stages. You establish those absolutely crucial work-in-progress limits, we'll get to why in a second. You create different card types to tell the difference between, say, a brand new experiment and a pesky bug fix, and then you lay down the rules of the road and add metrics to see how you're really doing.
And this is what it can look like. This thing becomes your team's command center. See, each column is a clear stage in your AI project, from the big backlog of ideas all the way through to deployment. Every single task is a card that moves from left to right. Instantly, you and everybody else can see exactly where every single piece of work is. No more guessing games.
Okay, now we're at the single most powerful and maybe the most counterintuitive rule in the entire Kanban system, WIP limits, work in progress limits. This is a hard and fast rule that says you can only have a specific number of tasks in any given column at one time. It's a deliberate constraint on your capacity.
Let's make this real. Imagine in your model development stage, you set a WIP limit of 3. That's it. This means your team is literally not allowed to start a fourth model development task, even if they have some downtime. So why on earth would you do that? Because it forces them to swarm together and finish one of the 3 active tasks first. It completely shifts the team's mindset from starting work to finishing work.
And that right there creates this huge fundamental shift. You go from a push system, where work is just constantly being pushed onto the team, to a pull system. New work only gets pulled into the next stage when there is actual, real capacity. This is what prevents burnout, improves focus, and creates a smooth, predictable flow. Okay, so what does all this mean for you as a manager? This is where Kanban goes from being just a team tool to a seriously strategic management system. It's how you finally move from managing chaos to managing with crystal clear data. The best part is the system just generates this incredibly valuable data for you. 2 of the big metrics are lead time and cycle time. Lead time is the total time a stakeholder waits from the moment they ask for something to the moment they get it. Cycle time is how long your team was actually working on it. And the gap between those 2 numbers, that's just pure gold. That's your waiting time, and it's your #1 target for optimization. And then you've got throughput. This one's easy. It's just your team's delivery rate. How many items did you complete this week or this month? This isn't a guess or an estimate. It's a hard fact pulled right from your board. And it lets you make way more reliable forecasts about what you can do in the future. And here is the payoff. This chart tells a really powerful story. As a team gets the hang of Kanban and starts tweaking their process, their throughput, the amount of stuff they actually deliver, starts to climb. And what happens when you're delivering more? The time it takes to deliver any one thing, your lead time, goes down. You're delivering more value
faster. That's the dream, right? But here's the thing. Kanban isn't just about setting up a board and tracking numbers. It's really about building a culture of continuous, data-driven improvement. The system gives you the facts. The culture is what you decide to do about them.
And that culture gets supported by a really simple set of meetings. You have daily stand-ups to sync up and clear out blockers. You have weekly replenishment meetings to decide what to pull in next. And, so importantly, you have regular retrospectives to look at the data together and ask, okay, team, how can we make our process just a little bit better?
So the whole point, the big takeaway, is this. Kanban isn't about finding some perfect, flawless process that you never change. It's about creating a system that helps you make constant, small improvements based on actual evidence of what's really going on in your workflow. And that really leaves us with one last and pretty critical question. The power of Kanban is that it makes everything visible. The good, the bad, the bottlenecks, all of it. It will shine a very bright light on every inefficiency in your process. The system works, there's no doubt about that. The real question is your organization's culture ready for that level of honesty?